first year of high school, I caught my first case then.
Where'd you get a gun from, right? And when I'm asking that, because I think
my man's like, yo, snitch on everybody. You can see your peoples around you dying, and then you just said, at that point, I'm all in.
I remember seeing like 40 of these niggas. They see me and jump me.
How did growing up in a Muslim household and going to the streets like that's big conflict?
40 of them niggas jump my man, and he like, yo, I'm on my job now.
Right.
Like, what? Like,
Yeah.
How long did you do in the feds?
13 years.
You did 13.
12 years, 9 months.
Yeah.
This shit is reminding me of like,
course.
what I've been through.
Yeah.
I haven't talked about this stuff in a long time. There's 3 white detectives, and it's a 1 black detective. He right there. So they asking me the questions, and they like, listen, man, you guys, we gonna fry your ass. Yeah. Man, I look up, the black detective, he's sitting right there. He like, look at me. I swear to God, he looked me right in my eyes. He was like, my plan was to come home and do a real estate. I started on my LLC. I fixed my credit when I came home.
No social media, no nothing.
You make your $25,000 in 30 days.
Don't let your past define you. See that shit and be like, all right, well, it is what it is right now, but this is not the end.
Welcome to Crime Pays, the #1 personal development show for formerly incarcerated men and women and their families. We take people that were once behind the wall and show you how they are thriving beyond the wall. I am Ash Cash, the financial motivator.
I'm Jay White, first name, last name, the #1 federal government contracting coach and mentor.
Listen, today we got a story that's not just inspirational, it's instructional. We got my brother Sharif Robinson in the building. He went from an 18-year-old sentence to federal prison to a man who turned a 13-year bid into a 13-year masterclass. While most people break in that environment, Sharif rebuilt himself spiritually, mentally, financially. He studied credit. He studied real estate. He studied business. And when he came home, he didn't play with the information. He executed. In his first 30 days out, Sharif made $25,000 on Instagram using paid ads. 6 months later, he had a multiple 6-figure business. Today, he is a respected financial literacy coach, a credit expert, and the CEO of an agency running paid advertising campaigns for entrepreneurs all across the country, from Baltimore to New York, from a federal cell to financial freedom. Sharif is living proof that your past doesn't disqualify you, it prepares you. Ladies and gentlemen, salute, welcome, Brother Sharif. What's up, brother?
What's going on,
Peace
man?
and blessings, man.
My man's is the best intro in the world, bro, or what? Like, talk to me.
Most definitely.
Listen, when I tell you, man, like the power of an intro is important.
That's
because
solid.
It really just helps set the tone, right, for the conversation. So
It's proper edification, too.
Absolutely.
It's to make sure that everybody knows who we about to talk to and the position they
Absolutely.
Yeah,
and so I'm excited most importantly about this one, because when you think about people who have done a lot of time, behind the wall, usually it takes time for like adjustment. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And what I've known, like what I've seen you doing in a short amount of time is remarkable. And to make $25,000, just like, almost immediately after you come home, is really good, because it kind of shows that if your mind is in the right place, if you have the right information, you could kind of like, go in and be successful. Yeah.
I want to get into all that.
Yes, sir.
But for the people that's been under a rock, bro, who is Sharif? Who is Sharif?
You want the long story or the short story?
Give me whatever story you got.
So as he told you, I did, the 13 years in prison. I'm from New York. I grew up with 2 parents. They split up, when I was younger, around 8, 9 years old.
Okay.
So I was more so raised by my dad. I got like a lot of brothers and sisters too, so my dad kind of like raised the majority of us.
Yeah.
So I kind of like, it was kind of like hard growing up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I didn't grow up like, with everything like how other kids and stuff had. So eventually I started to get into the streets. And, I started looking other places, you know, to provide for myself. I seen other people with nice stuff, certain stuff like that. So that's more so like how I feel like how I got into the streets.
Okay.
And you know, I started selling drugs at a young age, XYZ.
Where are you with your siblings? Are you the oldest, the middle,
I'm like
the
the
youngest?
middle. I'm like in the middle.
Middle? Okay.
Yeah.
When your parents split, you were in New York, Maryland, like what?
I was in New York.
Okay,
I was
okay.
in New York. So
And then
my mother's side is from Baltimore. So they was in. So she went back to Baltimore. So I stayed in New York with my dad.
Okay. What was that transition like? If you could put yourself back in that mode, like your mother went back to Maryland, you stayed in New York, right?
Yeah.
Like what's that? What's that like?
It was definitely stressful.
Yeah,
because,
yeah.
like,
Talk to me.
Definitely, as a little boy, I was definitely like always up under my mom's, like
For
mommy,
sure.
mommy, you know what I'm saying. But as I got older, respect for my dad started to grow on me. Like the way he was raising me and showing me how to be a man and stuff that he was teaching me. You know what I'm saying. Even though I didn't listen to half this shit,
Right? Yeah,
but
yeah.
as I got older, now I see like, damn, this is what he was telling me.
Yeah.
And
This is
it's
what he was
funny though
telling me.
because, and I love having these stories because there's a statistic that says that single parent homes that are raised by males, right, like the father figure, are less likely to go to prison. You know what I'm saying? And so for you to have been raised by your dad, but then still, you know,
Yeah, I'm
with
definitely like the
street-
black sheep though.
Yeah, yeah,
'cause
for
I was
sure.
goddamn. Everybody else is, you know, was like living regular lives.
And so your siblings did well. So you
Yeah, they did well, but
Yeah,
even though now I'm doing well and better than all of them.
Right.
But you know,
Yeah.
during that time, like as a kid, you know, I was always like the hard headed one. Like, you know, I want to, you know, do things my way and XYZ. So
Yeah.
You played sports when you was
I
growing
played
up
football and basketball.
in New York.
Yeah, New York. Yeah.
You was nice.
Alright,
Because you
man.
kind of said he kind of said basketball, like he was low on that joint.
I played football more growing
Okay,
up. I played
all
more
right.
Football more growing up.
Okay. So I really want to dive into the part of your story when you really started to get, or the streets got a hold of you. I'll say it that way. So I want to dive right from that point. Obviously, you gave us the setup, right? Your mother and your father, they split. You stayed in New York with your father. When do you feel like the streets kind of like took a hold of you and you kind of really stopped paying attention to the good information your father was saying about stay away from this, that, and the third?
I was like 14 years old. I was like 14 years old. I met an older dude. Like, so the neighborhood I grew up in, it was like gangbangers, a bunch of like Crips that was from there. So like that's what my neighborhood was, like the older dudes, but they all went to jail. So like it was probably like one or two of them like lingering behind or that came home from prison. So I met an older dude that was from like around my way. You know what I'm saying? He basically recruited me into a gang, right? To the Crips. So and I had like a bunch of my friends. We all joined basically at the same time.
Okay.
Like a whole neighborhood of us. So right, so we did that, and that's when I would say like I started to get more into the streets. Right from there, like all this happened probably around that same year. I started selling drugs, drugs right then and there. And then I would say like, yeah, just right. So like 14 years old, basically.
You know what's crazy, bro? As you talking, a lot of stories are different, but they similar.
Yeah.
It's always the older guy that we all respect from our hood or we all looked up to. So when he say, come do this, come do that, it's like, bet, he putting me on. And I don't understand why we couldn't, as youngsters, kind of like, see, my man's doing wrong. I shouldn't be doing that. But the respect that he got, we want that.
Right, exactly.
The love that he got, we wanted that.
Yeah.
And the freedom with the money that he had, we wanted that too.
I think in hindsight, we look back at it like
for sure.
while we listening to them. But I think as a youngster, you know what I'm saying? Like we don't really have too much aspirations. We want to get money and we want to mess with girls. You know what I'm saying? And so whoever's doing that, that's what we want to follow. You know what I mean?
That's simple. That's simple.
Yeah. Yep. But before we, you know, I mean, so now you're in gangs in the streets. But talk about religion a little bit because you grew up in a Muslim household.
Most definitely.
And so how did growing up in a Muslim household and I mean, you know, going to the streets like that's big conflict, right? Yeah. Because you got to be on your deen, right? And then street stuff, it don't mix. Talk a little bit about that.
So my father and my mother, they was both Muslim. So my grandparents, everybody. So like I said, my brothers and sisters, like my sisters, still cover, do all that type of stuff. But I think it was more so like I said, the neighborhood I was in. So I was living in this neighborhood. My father, I come inside, they doing this XYZ, they in the crib praying. I go outside, as soon as I go in the hallways, niggas in the hallway rolling dice, smoking blunts. They got piles of money on the floor. Like, what up, shorty? I'm like, yeah, let me get some of that. So I think it was more so of that.
Yeah.
But you know, for the most part, I still always, even when I would get in trouble, God was the first person alive. Like the first person I called, I'm like, get me out of this situation.
It's always like
you know
that.
What I'm saying? So like, it ain't never leave me.
Yeah.
What were you like in school still? So 14, the streets got a hold of you. You in high school, right? You going to school? You skipping? You barely going? Like what you like?
I got my first year of high school. I caught my first case then. You know what I'm saying?
Sheesh.
So I joined that gang, whatever. It was another neighborhood that was like literally right down the block from us. They was Bloods, right? So we beefing with them. They already had like stuff ongoing. So I started beefing with them. You know, I was watching my friends die, shit like that. This is happening in high school.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And then from there, you know, that
And it escalated to that point where y'all killing each other.
Yeah, a lot of that shit started like, you know, bothering me, shit like that. And then from there, it was just like, all right, I'm all the way in with this shit. So like, I caught my first case at 15 doing the shooting, like with them.
Hey, look, I know you're enjoying the show, but if you're formerly incarcerated or have a family member who was and wants to learn how to thrive beyond the wall, you have to join Crime Pays Nation.
Crime Pays Academy is open right now. Click the link, then get back to the show. Hurry up.
That's the part I want to pause at real quick. Like you can see your peoples around you dying, and then you just said, at that point, I'm all in. Yeah. If you can take me back to you seeing death, and then you like, I got it. Like, what makes you want to be?
Talk to me. It wasn't only that, right?
Okay.
I remember. It was like 40. I seen like 40 of these niggas. They seen me and jumped me, and I remember even that day too. I was just like, after that, it was just like a lot of anger in me, and I'm like, man,
okay.
Like, I'm on their ass. After this, it was just like I ain't letting up. This is what I'm gonna be on, and this is what I'm on.
On site type of vibe. It ain't like you moving.
Yeah, and I'm young, so I'm going off of anger. I'm not thinking. Right. I don't want to have the stuff that I have now to be like, listen, I ain't doing
for
that.
sure.
You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go this way.
Right. And so now, all right, you get jumped. You got so
that's difficult, bro. like that's difficult. My man said like 40 of them niggas.
Yeah.
40 of them niggas jumped my man, and he like, yo, I'm on my job now.
Right.
Like what? Like you know, like obviously to hear that piece along with the other piece you said before that, it's just like it's mind blowing how our environment really takes a hold of
us. 1,000%.
You know what I mean? 1,000%. Like
yeah. And also it's a testament to showing that even if you do what you need to do at home, right? Like the outside world, you got to protect your loved ones, right? Like, you know what I'm saying? I mean, but in a case where, you know, economically you can't do that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
That's what it is.
And so you caught your first case, 15.
Yeah.
You start toting hammers.
Yeah.
Tell us about that.
Shit, I goddamn. I was having problems. So yeah.
Where'd you get a gun from, right? And when I'm asking that, because I think
my man's like, yo, snitch on everybody right now.
Who didn't give me their address? No, that's not what I'm asking, bro. What I'm saying is, like, so I'm pretty sure I'm older than you, but now I know you get a gun anywhere. When I was coming up, it was always the old heads that had the hammers, right?
To be honest, my first gun that I got, my friend stole it from his grandfather.
Okay, got me.
Stole it out his grandfather's crib.
Yeah.
And then probably the ones after that was probably from the older homies and shit like that.
Yeah. Cause I know when we had issues, in order for us at 15, in order for us to get a gun, we had to tell a big homie like what happened, and then they would, you know what I'm saying? Like either if it was a fightable offense, then they go on and hold us down and we gonna fight it out. Right. If not, then you know what I'm saying. So okay. So 15, you got the gun.
Definitely from the older homies, and even when I caught the first shooting, that was definitely from one of the older homies. Like, she's just bad influences. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we outside, and I remember the day vividly too, because, like, you know, not to tell the whole story, but we was there and I seen the dudes, and long story short, somebody literally is like, yo, here, pass me to him. I'm like, yo, here. Here, shorty.
Yeah.
Do what you gotta do, you know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah. Did you hit anybody?
huh?
Did you hit
A
anybody?
nigga got grazed. That nigga just started running.
Okay.
So, and I like shot from across the street type shit. I was
Okay.
young. I was goddamn. That was like my first time really shooting at niggas. Like
Yeah.
my father taught me how to shoot guns when I was little.
Yeah.
Like growing up, you know what I'm saying? He used to take us in the woods and teach us how to shoot guns and shit like that.
And you got caught right then and there?
Yeah, the same day I got caught, I was goddamn hiding in my homie closet in his room.
Yeah.
And goddamn, well, the police we was in there. Literally, I did the shooting or whatever. All right, whatever. Went upstairs. 5 minutes later, we in the crib playing the game. Like that shit ain't just
Right,
happening
yeah,
outside
nothing.
the building in front of my buildings. I'm
yeah.
inside playing Madden.
Yeah.
I hear knocking on the door. He like, yo, the door. I'm like, oh shit. I went and jumped in the closet.
Yeah.
Niggas came in there and kicked the door and found me.
How they knew it was you? Like it was.
The maintenance man told on me.
Word. Okay.
Like, yo, he went in on the E floor. He went in such and such apartment.
That's
All
crazy.
that shit broad daylight, no mask, no nothing.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
wild.
Okay.
That's actually pretty wild. Like for real, like, but that obviously you put yourself in that state of mind, but that's how to the streets you was. Broad daylight, no thought, no none of that.
Yeah.
You come home, you going back to school, you
Or
feeling
did
like
you do time though? Like when you got
Yeah,
I didn't do a lot of time. I got probation.
Okay.
I kind of
I got probation because I was young.
Okay.
You feel like the man? You got out? Like what's your thought? What's your mental like?
I definitely felt I got like something
Yeah.
off. You know, my name was going through. Oh
Yeah.
damn, shorty out here wilding, and you know, at the time I thought it was cool.
Yeah, of course. All right, so high school is you doing whatever you doing. You wilding. You graduated?
In jail, yeah.
Okay. So tell me what. I mean, I'm asking that for the lead up, right? You know what I mean? Because I'm noticing what your path is, right? And our viewers, everybody's listening to how your path is at this point, 14, 15 years old. When did you just say, yo, you know what? I'm done with school and I'm going to just figure it out? Well, with high school anyway, you know what I mean?
So I came home, and I ain't gonna say I would just say I was done with school because I was still trying to go. I was just like getting in trouble though, like for stuff like that. You know, like I'm going to school. These dudes go to the same school that I go to. So every day after school, it's like, yeah, we all meeting on this side of the school, and then like the staff at the school, they would like even split it up. Like, well, y'all gonna go out this interest, and y'all gonna go out this interest, like just to try to keep us away from each other. 'Cause it was like, yeah,
That's tough.
Man.
And you're still in New York at this time.
yeah.
All right, so this what I need. This what I need. So, are you visiting your mom? Like, what's your mom's influence like with all these issues in high school? Is it still a heavy influence from afar, or like what's that like?
So my mother and my dad, they had like a big age difference.
Okay.
So my mother, she was much younger than my father, so she still kind of like wanted to like, you know. I didn't know this when I was young, but she explained to me when I got older, like, you know, she was still young. She still wanted to kind of like live her life, you know, besides, you you had kids or whatever, you got to take care of your kids. But, you know, she was still around or whatever, you know. But yeah, I would definitely always go back and forth to Baltimore to go stay with her, mainly for like the summertime or, you know, just whenever I could. If I was running from the police and some shit.
And that's going from
That was the main
that's
time I
going
would go
from
to
New
Baltimore.
York City wilding to Baltimore, Maryland wilding too. Like what's
Super wilding.
feel me? Like you just that's a lot, yo.
Man.
As a youngin, that's a lot because you taking it from like this. And correct me if I'm wrong. When I used to visit my pops in Maryland and then come back to Virginia, when I come back to Virginia, I feel a little bit like, man, I just survived over here. Y'all is nothing. Or I live here, y'all nothing. I'm going out here. Like my shoulders and my chest was always out. Was you kind of like that, or you was just like, this is who I am. I've been tripping. I've been wilding.
I guess I've been wilding.
Yeah.
That part, like, just-
And what led? So now you come home at 15. What led to your next case?
came home at 15, and I feel like that shit just made me worse. Like, I just after that, it was just like, you know, just continuous, you know, gang banging, you know, selling drugs. I was mainly selling drugs. That was mainly what I was doing. But that was like a big part in it too. Like, you know what I'm saying? We every day you coming outside, you gotta come outside with a vest on, ham on you, mask on you. That shit was like putting on my belt and shoes. That shit was part of my attire.
Putting on a t-shirt and shoes and socks.
Yeah.
That's different. I think I want to quickly fast forward to Yeah, because you did how long did you do in the feds?
13 years.
You did 13.
12 years, 9 months.
What led up to that? Like, but
So,
here's what I mean though.
I'll tell you what led up to
Yeah,
that. So
mental too.
All right, so just to speak about it, so we was like, so during that time, right? Like I told you, we was like a heavy with the gang wars and shit out there where I was at. So it was like blood.
And what
Crips,
part of New York is this?
I'm from LI.
Okay.
Hempstead. So it was like a lot of,
I didn't know there's Bloods and Crips in Hempstead, like in Long Island.
What?
Or
There's a lot. But that's like, they call that shit like baby LA. So that's mainly what we on, that's in Long Island, you know what I'm saying? So
like I always thought Long Island was like the suburbs.
nah, certain parts, a lot of it is,
Yeah,
though.
yeah.
A lot of it is, but more like when you go Suffolk or if you go like certain parts. But like
Yep.
Hempstead, you go to Hempstead, Roosevelt, that shit is worse than some places you go in the Bronx and Brooklyn, bro.
Or,
Yeah.
okay, copy.
So like, so basically I would say like you saying what led up to that, during that time it was a lot of like that stuff going on. So the feds, they was like, they gonna do a sweep, right? They decided to do a sweep on my specific gang, Crips, throughout Long Island. Like, we getting y'all out of here. It was like us, they did MS-13, like the president and all that shit got involved because there was a lot of shit going on. Like a lot of like shootings, murders, and all kinds of shit. So that's kind of like what led up to it, me getting arrested. So I was out in Manhattan. I ran into some niggas out there that we had problems with. I shot a nigga out there. I had to like go on a run for that. So they finally snatched me up for that. And then when they snatched me up for that, they was just snatching all of us up basically. So that was like one of the things. And then I had like some other little bullshit like drug cases, robbery.
Yeah.
I had a bunch of shit. I ain't gonna lie. Just everything.
When you say you was on the run, how old were you?
18.
18 years old.
17.
Damn, yo. And then you on the run, so like mentally, are you just like mentally, walk me through how you feeling mentally. You on the run, you know what you did, you know they looking for you. Mentally, what do you
I
like?
don't give a fuck about nothing.
Yeah.
I'm just play around, that's your ass.
Sheesh.
Man.
That's how my mindset was.
Yeah, for sure.
It sounds crazy compared to where I'm at and how I think now.
Right.
But back then I didn't really, that's just what I was on. I didn't really, and I would say it was more so because I didn't have nobody to show me nothing different.
Yep.
The older people that I had around me, it's not like, oh, you living in somewhere else and you go outside. They're like, hey, well, you want to come learn how to do these posts on social media, or you want to learn about these stocks? Like they was this pack.
Right,
You know what I'm saying? You want these
right.
you want me to show you how I jumped in this Bentley, whatever, XYZ? This is what I'm doing to get it. You know what I'm saying? You can do the same thing. So that's what I was showed. You know what I'm saying? So then that's, as a kid, that's the only thing I knew.
That's what you got, and that's what you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so now, talk about the moment you got caught. You got caught. Like, what was the circumstances into that?
I got caught up. I ain't even gonna lie. I could have been really doing a whole lot more time than what I did.
What year is this too though?
2012.
Okay.
2012 or 11. One of them. Yeah, 2011. So I could have been doing more time with her because I ain't even gonna lie. I mean, like one time I was in a precinct. Like when they snatched me up, they like, listen, man, we already got you on camera. I'm young, so they like, yeah, we got everything. Listen, you just tell us what happened. And goddamn, we'll try to talk to the judge and see if we could get you like less of time. Like, not saying that they was like telling me to tell on myself.
Right, yeah.
Not telling nobody.
Yeah,
It was
for
like,
sure.
yo, tell us what happened, like why you shot this person and
Yeah.
why you did this, right? 3 white detectives, like these 3 white detectives, and it's a 1 black detective. He right there. So they asking me the questions and they like, listen, man, you got we gonna fry your ass.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting there thinking, I'm like, fuck. Man, I look up, the black detective, he's sitting right there. He like, look at me. I swear to God, he looked me right in my eyes. He was like, I swear to God, bro. God, bro. I sat there.
Yeah.
I was like, can I get a lawyer? I was like, can I get my lawyer?
Yeah.
Man, you should have seen their face, bro. They was hype. They was like,
Before you looked up and seen that black detective, was you gonna give him more than what?
in my head, I'm like, maybe it might help me. Like they said they got me on camera, and I know that niggas told on me already. So I'm like, but at I didn't
Who
really
told
know
you? Your people? Or,
it was people there, like, because when I shot the dude in Manhattan, it was mad people right there. It was like,
and where in
I
Manhattan?
shot
Like,
him
you down
South
to-
Street Seaport.
What? You South Street Seaport
in front of hundreds of people.
What's that? That's a area.
That's like it's
Times
like
Square,
a
nigga.
tourist area.
Oh, my
like
God.
everybody go there. People work down there. People like South Street.
Oh yeah, that's crazy.
You want to get caught? You pop somebody in South Street Seaport.
Oh,
Word.
Yeah.
Oh, you was on that time though. It was
that's
on
what I'm
site.
saying,
Like
yeah.
you didn't know you was gonna see him though. Cause if you from Long Island, you just was in Manhattan chilling.
Yeah, it was just vibing type shit. Yeah.
And you was like, yo, this is dude
If I catch you, I'm on that.
Word.
Yeah.
Word.
Yeah.
So that means so wait, hold on, because that changes the little thing. Cause like that means it's somebody you got beef with in Long Island.
Something like that. Yeah.
And so you from Long Island, he from Long Island. Y'all both, what Hov said, we both out of town, dog. What you trying to get into? So y'all both out of town, but you got the thing on you.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, and you didn't go nowhere without it.
Hell no, not at that time, no. Because I had to. Yeah.
Okay.
So 40 niggas jumping me, shit.
Right,
like
facts,
that.
facts. Yeah. All right, and so now, detective saved you from doing natural life.
Taking myself.
Right.
Yeah, because he was
that's
like,
God's plan for real.
yeah, he was like, literally looked at me, bro. He was like, I'm like,
yo, we
whoever
gotta
do
find
what,
him.
shout out
You
to
remember his name? We gotta find him.
Yeah. Nah, I'm glad you listened to the gesture.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And he wasn't still in your head like, man, fuck him, man.
like,
I'm
nah,
good.
don't do that, shorty.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
no, go ahead.
No, so I was gonna say. So now they, you don't incriminate yourself, right? You know, you go to trial, you take a plea deal. Like, what was the charges?
So I took a deal. I took a plea deal. They gave me 120 months. So I did that. Came home, and then I
120 months is
it's 10 years.
It's 10 years.
So I came home. I did like 9 years altogether. I came home, got in trouble as soon as I came home, and did another 3 years. Like on a
Hold on,
violation.
shorty.
3.5
Hold on.
years.
Hold on.
Nah.
He said, hold on.
Hold on,
I ain't
shorty.
learned my lesson. I came home still on that type
After
of time.
10 years.
I came home on that. So around that time, so when they gave me all that time, like I had like
I thought you were hold on, I'm sorry.
By
I
time
thought
then,
you did 13 straight.
Hold on, my mind is like,
yeah.
too
So
like.
by time then, like by the time I like got sentenced to that time, I was already the leader of the gang now. So that shit just already shipped over because I didn't really. I'm telling y'all briefly.
Yeah, for
shit
sure.
that I
Yeah,
was doing,
yeah.
Right,
So,
sure. But so you got to the point where you're leading the game,
Yeah.
and so you're 9 years in jail, though. You still running things.
Yeah.
So
Gang
what?
banging.
It wasn't like a situation where, yo, I got caught. I'm gonna do my thing. Like, nah, you got caught, but you still in the life. You saying?
Yeah, I was still so in jail. The shit that I was doing in the streets, I just went to jail and started doing
The whole nine.
Yeah, instead of shooting people, I was stabbing people, shit like that.
Yeah.
Or not? Talk to us about that.
No, hold on. This is what I want to say. Hold on. No OGs felt like they wanted to bring you to the side, or did they? And you just wasn't listening when you did doing your 9 years. Like, yo,
Nah, hell no. Like even the dude, like the dude that originally brought me home, he died, got killed or whatever. So then it was another dude that was like, his name is Big. He's still doing the same shit right now in prison. He was like running the set, you feel me? So he was the same shit. Like, nigga, like he still recruit young niggas to this day, nigga. Still doing the same shit. You feel me? So
And give me like, explain that to me, right? So like in the gang life, you got the people who run the gang, and the goal is to make the gang bigger. And so you're recruiting.
yeah.
If you're the leader in jail, are you also the leader in the streets as well, or they're different leaders? Like how does that work?
So yeah, I mean, it could be both. It could be one in the streets, one in jail, and then just one overall leader.
Okay. And so now you're in prison. They gave you 120 months. You're like paint a picture on how those 9 years went. Like, so
fam, he told you, fam came home, he getting it popping back there.
Nah, but not even before you go home though. I'm saying like he's stabbing dudes. He doing like
Yeah, so from there. So like I got sentenced. I was in they sent me to my first spot. The first job I went to was called USP Canaan. I looked this shit up. Like niggas is dying in there every day.
Wow.
So
That's
like my
crazy.
first out 48 hours in there, I seen like 5 different stabbings. So like I was in there jail for 48 hours. I'm talking about as soon as I walked through the door, they brought us through the door, cuffs, boom, boom, boom. Alarm go off. You see the COs just running. I'm like, what the fuck going on?
Yeah.
They get to running. Now they taking us the cuffs off. The people that we came with on the bus, they start rumbling. 2 of them niggas start rumbling. So then they start rumbling. I'm like, oh shit, all right, this shit, all right. So I'm not really thinking, I'm all right, that's cool, whatever.
Right.
So then now I get to the jail, I get to the yard, I go start meeting, you know, all the other gang members, the other Crips from all over the U.S., from Cali, from everywhere. Because, you know, in the feds, it's people from everywhere.
Yeah.
So I go in the yard, I go drop my stuff off in the dorm, I go in the yard, I hit the yard. When I hit the yard, I'm going there, I'm piecing on the homies, boom, boom, boom. All I hear is, boom! I'm like, what the fuck is that? Somebody grabbed me like, yo, get on the ground, cuz. All right, they grabbed me, I'm laying down. I'm like, what the fuck is that? I look up, and they got an alarm going, woo, woo, woo. I see so it's like, we right in front of the tower. So I see other people looking up, so I look up. You see the guards, they hand out the shit with the rifles and shit. And then I see everybody else, where they pointing to. I look down, and I see 2 niggas, like all the way, because it's like a big ass yard, and they got a track. I see 2 niggas down there, like, one nigga got a knife, the other nigga got a knife. You see one nigga shirt ripped up, and they going back and forth. They stabbing each other. They fighting, boom, 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 boom. I'm like, all right, cool. Whatever. They like, all right, go back. We go back to the unit. They let us come back outside. 5 o'clock. Same shit happened.
That's crazy.
Another nigga gets stabbed. I said, yeah, where's my knife?
That's crazy, yo.
Real.
So you in this space like, all right, man, I'm back in war. I'm back in war
It was the
zone.
same shit. It was the same, It was like the same. And I had to be like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a kid still. I'm a teenager.
Right.
Like,
18, right?
yeah, I'm a teenager.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So by that time I was 19, but
Okay,
I'm a
okay.
teenager.
Yo,
So
right.
it's like,
Yep.
these niggas is grown men, 40 years old,
Yeah.
45. He got 5 life sentences. He got 13 life sentences. These niggas in here worshiping the devil, all kinds of crazy shit going on there. I'm like, yeah, all right, well, it ain't gonna be me. You know what I'm saying? It ain't gonna be me leaving on the stretcher. So
What up? It's your man Jay White, first name, last name. I'm happy you're here. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with me, and I appreciate that. I want to welcome you to join the Crack the Code community, where I wrap my arms around you and teach you all the ins and outs of federal government contracting, the middleman or middlewoman way. In my community on a weekly basis, you're going to get a Wednesday night call with me. You're going to get many courses and also training material. It's nothing like being in the community where everybody is joining hands, trying to learn the same process and get to this federal government contracting money. I'm going to see you on the other side. Click that link right now.
And so at what point do you become, like, you start leading the gang though? Like when you came into the prison, does your status automatically transfer to the prison? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, before I even got there, but even like when I was in there, I was putting on, you know what I'm saying? So like the Crips in New York is outnumbered our Bloods. Like, you just can't be anybody just claiming that out there. You know what I'm saying? If you're gonna be claiming that, you gotta be goddamn putting on for it. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have to fight, you're gonna have to stab niggas, you might have to get stabbed.
yeah.
Did you so this is the time during the 9 years where you graduated or got your
got
your
your
GED
before I got there, yeah.
All right. So that didn't make you like going through. Did you do any other programs before?
Nah, I used to just read a lot of books. I used to go to the box a lot. Like during that time, I did 13. I went to the box 15 different times during that time. So I go to the box. I might be in there for 90 days and a whole. Then I might be in there for 6 months.
Yeah.
Might go back for another 90 days and just keep going. Like, It's always
straight cycle, yo.
Shit.
Yeah.
Fighting shit like that. Yeah. Usually for fighting.
I'm like, yo, because I know the you now.
Yeah.
Obviously, right? I'm just meeting you, but I know the you now. And I hear how you speak.
And people would never even notice.
You
'cause
can't
I don't
say,
talk to
like-
people about this.
Nah, it's a fact though. That's why, like
I'm surprised I'm even.
Yeah.
This shit is reminding me of like,
course.
what I've been through. 'Cause I haven't talked about this stuff in a long time.
Fam, like, you like, I can't even. Let me say this. Anybody can produce violence if you led to it, right? I get that. But you got caught up from some stuff. You got the opportunity to figure it out, and you taking the opportunity to go 10 toes down deeper into everything you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
So when I want to know about that last, 48 hours you about to come home, what
For the
first time, yeah. What's your mental like? You about to come home 48 hours. Like, what do you think? Obviously, you kind of gave us a little, prequel, but what are you thinking about?
Honestly, I wasn't thinking about nothing like coming home to get in trouble. It was just more so like, yo, listen, I'm gonna come home, I'm gonna chill, I'm gonna get money, and just try to stay out of the jail. But it didn't go that way as I planned. You feel me? I kind of like just came home, niggas. Yo, oh bro, welcome home, XYZ, da 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 da. Niggas acting like fans.
Yeah.
So, and then I had it was a bunch of new people that had basically joined and said that knew who I was already, XYZ. So it kind of like naturally just being back to like, okay, yo, big bro home. You know what I'm saying? Like
you when you came home for that first one, you back in New York.
Yeah, I'm still in New York.
How old are you at that point?
26, 25, something like that. Yeah.
Okay.
I gotta. Yo, I'm gonna tell y'all something, man. So I walked through the door to do this interview today, and I shook his hand, and when you meet certain people, certain people got a kind of like a authority in the room.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But with less words.
Yeah.
I kind of felt that it's like a quiet It's like a quiet storm. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like maybe I'm not describing it right, but I'm saying all that to say when you come home and you walk in the room, I can tell you probably commanding the room without saying too much.
Yeah.
How is it that the people around you don't reverence that level of respect, and whatever is about to go down, they say, nah, you chill, we take care of it? Like, how that don't happen?
Bro, I think it's more so me, like, just being a leader. I always been like that. You know what I'm saying? Even amongst my siblings, like, even though the ones that's older than me.
Yeah.
But I always feel like a leader. If you're a leader, you gonna go first. You feel me? You gonna go first. You gonna lead the pack. So it ain't gonna be I'm gonna send the little homies. I don't think like that. You know what I'm saying? When I was banging, I wasn't never thinking like that. Because if I'm doing it, I'm gonna show you how to do it. It shouldn't be no reason why you ain't gonna do what you can to stand on business.
Damn, shorty. So you come home. Okay, what happened?
48 hours though.
Yeah, what happened?
So mindset, you like, all right, you come home, new recruit, like, but are you feeling on top of the world? Are you feeling like, yo, I just did this? Did you feel like, yo, I just did this 120 months, light work?
I wouldn't say that I felt like I was on top of the world, but I came home, I was definitely doing me, getting money, and But I mean, like, this shit was short lived though, bro. I was only home for like a few months, and it just went right back to jail.
Okay, copy. Okay.
What happened? What you got? Like, what you got caught up with?
I got pulled over, and I had shit in my car. Like, I got pulled over. It was a long story, bro. But I got caught up out here. You know what I'm saying? So I had a minor violation, right? And I was like, yo, fuck, I ain't like, I just did all this time. Y'all not about to take me back to jail.
Right? Yeah.
They're like, oh, you gotta go back to jail for 6 months. I'm not doing that shit. So I'm like, fuck all that. Came out here to the A. I was out here doing me or whatever. I got pulled over and I got caught with some shit in my car. I got caught with some guns in my car and some drugs.
And so just so I understand the story correctly, you come home, you still doing the same thing, but now you like, I'm not staying there. So like, what made you come down south?
They gave me a violation. They was violating me, but they told me ahead of time that they was violating me.
Oh, yeah.
I got you. So you were doing.
I'm out of here, baby.
Right. So you're on parole. You're saying. So you're saying you're on parole.
Yeah.
And your parole officer like, yo, we about to violate you. We gonna send you back.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
All right.
They was like,
we're gonna send you back up top. Yeah. And then now you like, nah, I'm not doing that. So now I'm on the run.
Yes, I just dipped. I left New York, came to Atlanta, was out here. And like I said, I got caught with 2 guns, and then I got caught with a bunch of drugs in my.
So even when you left Atlanta, because they about to violate you, left New York because they about to violate you. You ain't say, yo, I'm gonna lay low. You still was on that time.
Basically, yeah.
Yo, that's crazy, yeah.
Crazy. All right,
like it is crazy, but it's the world you was in. It's
Right.
the world
Yeah.
you knew.
That's all I knew.
It's,
all you
it's what
knew.
you
Right.
knew.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So that's the comfort.
I tell
that's
you,
the
I'm
comfort
gonna tell
zone.
you though, like when things really started to shift though. So during this last time, I was in the feds, right?
And how many years was the last stint?
I think like 3.5, 4 years,
Okay.
something like that. I think it was for 44 months exactly. It was 44 months.
So
It's 4 years.
now after the violation, they give you now you go back. They sentence you to 44 months.
Yeah.
All right.
So, I met this older dude named Bruce. He was a banker, and he was like, so he was just in there like teaching the young dude shit about like business,
Yep.
and all this other stuff. And he was like, yo, Reef, man, like, bro, like you doing all this shit, man. You running around. You got fucking machetes on you, nigga. You in jail. You still ain't learned.
Yeah.
Yo, do this. You know what I'm saying? So he started to like, teach me shit. He was in there because I'm in the feds. So
Right.
so even though I was gangbanging, I still went to the feds because like the level of gangbanging, it was like we wasn't just doing regular shit. You know what I'm saying? We was robbing stores, people doing all kinds of shit. So that's how I ended up going to the feds.
Yeah.
So he was in there for some, financial fraud
white
type
collar
shit.
crime,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Some $1 million shit though.
Yeah.
So he started, teaching me about that stuff, started opening my eyes to stuff like that. Then I started hearing, I remember too one morning, another thing that really like made me shift my mind, the Wall Street Trapper dude. I was in there listening to the radio, and he was on a Breakfast Club telling his story, and I'm like, listening, I'm like, who the fuck is this nigga?
Yeah.
This nigga, he talking some shit like he did time. He's like basically sound like he was like, I was already, learning about the stuff, but I was like, so it just inspired me even more. I'm like, cause he just did all of this time, and he like, yo, he came home and now he running up millions. I'm like, damn, I want to come home. I want to do the same shit. Like, I literally came home, started looking that nigga up, looking other people's shit up. But long story short, while I was in there though, I just started reading. I was always, even when I told you I was in the box and stuff like that, right? I was always reading books. I always been a very smart person, very like, I taught myself how to speak 3 different languages. So I speak Spanish, I speak Arabic. I literally speak that shit fluently, and I taught myself how to do it, right? By just reading books. And, of course, I'm in there with multiple different races. I practice speaking to the Spanish people. I practice speaking with the Ox while I was in there, whatever. So, like, I was always reading the books, and then speaking to the Bruce dude, he's one of the dudes that really made me be like, all right, man, like, something gotta be different.
Yeah,
and
for
I had
sure.
a daughter too during that little time when I came home. So that's what really softened me up. I had a daughter, and I was like, man, like, all right, I can't do this shit.
It's ironic that you mentioned Trap name because that's what changed Trap life.
Yeah.
Like he would say it. His daughter saved his life.
I didn't even know that, but
That's ironic. Yeah.
I probably heard him say that.
Yeah,
but
his
really,
daughter
like,
saved his life.
I had my daughter during that little short time, and it was just like, even like being in there and not being able to speak to your kids. I was in that shit during COVID, bro. So that shit was like, nigga, they have us in the cell for 5 days straight, no shower.
Wow.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Like just in there, niggas in there dying.
That's crazy.
Stabbed, dying.
And wait, you back in New York or where they got you at? What feds?
During my fair time, I was just all over, bro. They moved me everywhere.
Kept
Kentucky, Oklahoma, Atlanta, Pennsylvania.
I'm trying to figure out why they ain't have a Bruce for your first 9, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what I was alluding to. I was like, yo, what a dude that is just gonna pull you to the side and see the king in you now.
Also though, he had to be ready though.
True.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because there probably was a Bruce there, but he, you know what I'm saying? He wasn't ready. He not vibrating on that level.
Yeah.
So even if Bruce would have talked to him while he was doing the 9, he wouldn't have listened. You know what I'm saying? So he needed, you know what I'm saying? That's why, I mean, we know, right? God is the best of planners.
It probably
So
was a lot of people, like talking to me. It was definitely old niggas in there that was like, yeah,
Right.
like, what are you doing? But
and what about that dynamic though? You in jail? Are you still praying 5 times a day, or you not?
Yeah, most definitely.
And then what's that dynamic
sometimes like when I was like really like on just on some demon shit. No,
Right.
like when I was just being, super gangbang and shit, like nah.
Yeah.
But I always, like I said, I'll never forget about Allah, and I always revert back to that, especially like in the hard times. Like I'm in a box.
Yeah.
And I've been in this shit 90 days, 4 walls. They don't even want to give me a fucking book in here. They like you just in here, nigga.
Right.
I ain't got nobody else to talk to.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
How do you
God.
switch between like gang banging and Meaning from like a socialization. Like, are you connecting with the other brothers and your gang members? Like, how what's that dynamic while you're inside?
When you're in prison, that should be like, it'd be mixed up. Like,
Okay.
you're gonna have Bloods that's Muslim, you gonna
Gotcha.
have Crips that's Muslim.
Yeah.
Because it's a religion at the end of the day.
Right, for sure.
But in prison, Islam is kind of ran like a gang because
Right.
of the dynamic of where we at, right? The jail,
Mm-hmm.
this a bunch of violence, people grouping up. So okay, now we gotta group up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's I think that was my question. Really, is like, you know, how do you choose though, right? Like if you're part, you know, if Islam is like run like a gang in the prison, are you choosing to say, all right, because I'm Crip, I'm running with the Crips, or because I'm Blood, I'm running with Blood?
It's a very, very, very sticky situation. Like,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
just like that's like one of the main politics in jail.
Yeah.
Like, you know, nigga gambling, somebody done total, or, you know, nigga choose your side. Which one you on? You with the Ox or
Right.
you with the Crips?
Right.
So it would be like that. So it depends on where I was at, the kind of environment.
Got you.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Got you.
So just to go back to Bruce, and then, you know, obviously you coming home for this last time ever, right?
Yeah.
Bruce giving you the plan, you diving into, you know, self-educating yourself and all of that. What are you actually planning? Like, what is your plan? That all this knowledge that Bruce helped you with, changing your mindset, you about to come home, what's your plan? What are you saying your
I'll
plan
tell you
is?
for sure, it wasn't what I'm doing now.
Okay, all
This shit
right.
just happened.
Okay.
That shit just happened. So my plan was to, you know, get the business funding, because he was mainly teaching me, yo, listen, this how you get business funding. This how you go get some business funding fresh out, bro. Shit, I can show you how to get business funding while you in here.
Yeah.
As long as you got somebody out there that's gonna do the work. As long as you got somebody out there that's gonna put in the work for
Yo,
you.
we need him in the academy.
Open that
B. But we gonna talk about
LLCs
that.
and do this, XYZ. So I'm like, all right, so I started from there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Started while I was in prison.
Yeah.
Working on stuff and, you know, opening LLCs and fixing my credit and doing all that stuff. So, what was your question again?
No. What was your, when you about to come home, what was your plan? Obviously, it's not what you're doing now, but what was your
so
plan?
my plan was definitely to get the business funding, and I wanted to go more into like real estate. So I was reading like a bunch of real estate books, you know, and like I said, after a while, like, you know, when like for a while, like when I was, you know, people was, you know, like doing all the extra shit, you know, gang banging and, you know, rolling dice and I had stopped all of that shit. I'm like, man, listen, I don't want no parts of none of that shit.
Yeah.
I'm good. Like I don't got nothing to prove.
Nah, that's
My
what's up
name
right
is
there. Yeah.
Already, you can say
My name is my name. Yeah.
like I'm good.
Yeah.
So I started to, like, you know, just really lock in, and like I said, my plan was to come home and do the real estate. So when I came home, I just felt like
What year you came home?
at the end of 2023.
Okay, that's what's up. All right.
So I'm like,
So he only been home 2 years.
Yeah, I'm noticing. I'm putting it together.
Yeah.
I'm putting it
so
together.
I'm like, so yeah, I wanted to do the real estate. When I got home though, I didn't like. It wasn't really like that easy as, you know,
As they
versus reading
say,
a book.
yeah.
You feel me? Like,
Uh-huh.
so I'm like, damn, I don't know, man. This shit ain't, you know what I'm saying? This shit ain't really it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you come home. the
30
real-
days.
The real estate joint ain't popping. How did you transition to what you're doing now? With especially how he talked about the 25K and the 30.
All right, so boom. So yeah, let me correct him on that too, because I know it's
Correct him, yo. I know he, you know what I mean. Get him together, man.
All right, so look, so it wasn't my first 30 days home, but it was my first 30 days doing what I'm doing.
Got you.
You understand what I'm saying?
Okay, yep.
So it was my first 30 days of doing this.
Yeah.
You know, making money on Instagram, doing credit repair, you know, fixing people's credit, helping them getting business funding, things of that nature.
Okay.
You know, helping people. So I help people, you know, structure their business. So if you like, you got a 9-to-5 job, you looking to, you know, you got decent credit, I'll show you how to open up a, you know,
What's considered decent credit?
720, no derogatories,
Sheesh,
no
that's
late
decent
payments.
credit. Yeah, dang.
700, 720.
All right. I'm just saying it for the people that got the 5s and the 6s. You
Well, we
ain't
help
got
them
decent
too, though.
credit right
No,
now.
but he'll help him
we
get
help
to the
him too,
7.
though.
I'm throwing you the layup. I'm throwing you the ooh
So 'cause
for
when
it.
I came home, my shit was like in the 500s.
Yeah.
My shit was like, it wasn't, no, I'm lying, it might have been like in the 6s.
Okay.
But I got to it quickly though, right? I started applying myself, you know, shit like that. So I help people structure their business. You know, I help people, you know, sweep their credit, clean their credit. So whatever you got on your credit, right? I help you move that basically.
Okay.
Whether it's late payments, charge off, repos, bankruptcies, child support. I don't care what it is. I'm taking that shit off.
Everything.
Yeah.
Okay.
So and then if you do have a decent credit score, as I was saying, I can show you how to set up a business, and I help you go get business funding for that. Using personal guarantee. So you're going to personal guarantee for your business, and then once you get that money, right, a lot of it is 0% interest. So you could take that money and then just go invest it into whatever you're trying to do, right? So you trying to open up a barber shop, laundromat, XYZ.
Yeah.
I'm showing you how to go get 200 and 400,000, right? Just off of your personal credit, off of a LLC that you started 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
You just open this shit up. You spent $100. You just leveraging your personal credit. A lot of people don't know how to do it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And you just take that money and that's kind of like what I did too. So I started my LLC. I fixed my credit when I came home. Took the negative stuff over there. I ain't had too much negative stuff, and I had like 2 collections, like, and some bullshit. So I took that stuff off of there. Like a medical bill, I took that off of there, and then I started my LLC, and got my.
Let me rewind real quick. So, the first stint you came home, was you on social media at all? When you came home for them few months?
Nah, I never even had no social media.
No social media.
Nah, I was in the street, so.
Okay, boom. So
I
now
didn't want nobody to take a picture and put me on their social media.
Right. Okay, boom. Yeah. So no social media, no nothing.
No nothing.
You come home 2023. What made you be like, yo, let me get, like, talk me through that real quick.
So
like, what made you jump on that?
So I'm gonna tell you like full story. Home, right? I came home. I was like, all right, I gotta do something. Let me go get a job. I went and got a job. I went and got my CDL. That shit took me probably like 60 days from the time from the day I got released. So 60 days later, I got a CDL. Like, so when I put my mind on something, I just do it.
Yeah.
Got the CDL. Start driving. Start doing that. And I was at work one day. I got into an argument with a dude. He ain't know the oldest stuff I told y'all.
Yo don't know who we talking to.
So he get there going off, and he was like, "Yo," he like, "You want to fight?" I'm like. So man, long story short, we get the because he kind of like fake like. Act like he was gonna swing. Like he went to swing on me, but my reaction was a little fast. I had a little practice fighting. So I beat him up real fast or whatever. And then the supervisor was like, yo, listen, man. They was like, listen, man, you gotta get fired too. I'm like, man, what the fuck I'm getting fired for? Because you could see like him go to swing on me, but he was like, because I basically beat the dude up. He was like a big black dude too. Like he wasn't he was the same size as me. It wasn't no like.
Yeah, it wasn't no chump. Yeah,
I got you. So, but it is what it is. So they fired me, right? And then after that, I'm like, I gotta do something, man. I'm like, shit, I gotta do something. I was already learning about the credit. I was already learning about this. I'm like, you know what? Let me go. And I'm gonna just show you how crazy God work, right? I'm like, let me go and just start applying for different driving jobs. They need drivers every day, right? Bro, when I graduated CDL school, probably 20-something people in my class, I had the best grade, right? I had like the best driving, like the road test, like I did the best on it. Like I didn't have no errors, like backing the trucks and turning and doing all that stuff, right? So I went to go for a job interview, right? Man, I'm backing up. Soon I'm backing up, I hit some shit. Boom, I hit another, like somebody just parked their truck right there, and I asked him, man, I said, y'all not gonna move this right here? Why you got this? He was like, oh, you'll be fine. It was like some random utility truck doing maintenance, like on a light pole or something. I'm like, this is in the way.
Yeah.
See, like, he just laughed it off, like, you'll be fine. You can get around it. Man, I hit this shit, right? So that was, for me, that was like God telling me, like, nah, man, I got some,
you ain't supposed to do this.
bigger shit. Nah, this shit is beneath you.
Yeah.
This little $2,000-$3,000 a week, that shit ain't pennies.
It's
we ain't
nothing.
doing that.
Yeah.
Baby mama, she like, listen, man, she crying. What we gonna pay the bills? Da, 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 da. I'm like, listen, man, I just went with my gut, bro.
Yep.
I'm like, man, I'm not doing this shit. Fuck this shit. I see all these people making money on social media. I want to do the same thing, bro.
Yeah.
And during that time while I was working, I was already learning about the credit repair. I was already learning about business funding. I was already learning in prison.
Yeah.
So I already had I probably had like one customer or two during that time before I got fired. So now when I got fired, I'm like, listen, man, I just gotta figure this shit out.
Yeah.
I seen somebody that was running ads on Instagram. I seen other people, and I was like, man, you know what? Maybe if I just start running ads for my business, this will help me get in front of more people, right? This will help me just get, all right? Nigga, I took my little last couple $1,000s. I had like probably like $2K.
Yeah.
Oh man, this shit, my last paycheck.
Yeah.
I invested in the ads, bro, and the rest of that, it was 30 days from there. That 2K turned to 25, and then from there, it was just start going, more and more.
Yeah.
And the 2K that turned to 25, what's your offer at this moment?
So when I was doing that, I was just fixing people credit.
Okay.
Like, I didn't have no mentorship program like I got now. I wasn't structuring people business. I wasn't really into business funding. I wasn't doing like the car rental business. So now I do exotic cars. I rent cars out to people and shit like that. So while I wasn't doing none of that, I was just doing credit repair. I was just fixing people credit.
Yeah, and so now you make your first 25,000. What's your mindset like? So first of all, you make your 25,000 in 30 days.
Yeah, I'm like, I gotta put more money into this shit.
Yeah.
I only spent $2,000 on this shit.
Yeah.
I gotta take the majority of this shit and just put it back in, and so I could triple it and double it.
Yeah,
That was my mindset.
yeah.
It's like that.
Yeah.
Like think about this. Most people that are doing like, your words, gang shit, and then in your words too, like you're very smart, you're intelligent, you know what it is. If you think about it, I ain't gonna talk about you're not here, but he never done nothing like that before.
Right.
But the easiest thing to do is if I put 2 to 25, what if I put 10? What if I put a dub?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like it makes sense. And I tell people all the time, just because people is locked up, man, they smart.
Yeah.
Like it's the hustler mentality been there.
Yeah.
It just got to get channeled the right way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
I always give a shout out to my guy Kobe, who he come home. We're recording this in November. Comes home in January, and he's been locked up for 30 years.
That's crazy.
And we communicate. Like I communicate with him behind the wall. I won't say where he at or nothing like that, but he got a phone, so we communicate while he behind the wall. His wife runs the business for him, and so he makes money. Like I coach him a little bit on something.
Yeah.
He tell his wife and he'll execute. And like this is somebody who's been behind the wall 30 years. You know what I'm saying? So, and the other thing I'll say though, so I'm excited about your future though, because one of the reasons we started this show was, we both were doing work, with people behind the wall. And, we had this theory, right? If you could be successful in the street, all you got to do is know the information and you can apply it, right? So I didn't know all this about you. Like when I met you, you know what I'm saying? I just kind of, I knew the background. And what immediately intrigued me was the fact that, and I'll let you talk a little bit about a lot of the stuff, like you multiple, 6 figures, beautiful penthouse apartment. I mean, like you get into it, right? So I want to talk about that. But I feel like for me, knowing that you did 13 years behind the wall, and you were only home for 2 years, and the level that you've reached right now is phenomenal.
It's only up.
But for me, I'm like, it's just the beginning.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? Because to know,
you feel like that as well?
Yeah, for sure. I already know I'm about to go crazy. Like I told people like literally 6 months ago, so I'm coming to Atlanta, I'm about to take that shit over.
Yeah.
And I already see it transitioning and going to where I know it's gonna go.
For sure.
Yeah,
for
God
sure.
willing.
Yeah. Cause I also I think what I'm most intrigued on is understanding that you were a leader of a gang.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because people don't realize, or I don't think people give credit to like that level of strategy, like what it takes to lead people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like I think it's easy to be a knucklehead. It's easy to be a soldier. It's easy, but leading stuff like to be a leader, you have to be so like what Jay said, you have to have leadership is an energy. Right. So you first have to have the energy of a leader, number one. Number two, you have to be able to that energy has to lead different architects, because not everybody's the same. And so to be the leader, you got to be able to learn how to and so that's a skill set that is once you got it, you could easily transfer
Yeah, that's something I definitely noticed. I was just like, now I notice, like, damn, like I've been had this shit. And
Yeah.
I've been this person, but I just was, like I said, I wasn't shown different things, right? So I probably could have been doing this shit in way past where I'm at now if I was raised in a different neighborhood.
For sure.
Or if I was just shown something different. Like,
sure.
yo, listen, do this.
Yeah.
If I wasn't coming outside seeing fucking bullshit every day, right?
Yeah.
So that's why I tell my people all the time, yo, especially the ones that still like in those environments, like if you in a bad environment, you're in an environment where especially if you got kids, if you raising your kids, right? And some people they feel you ain't never really stuck, right? Because look at me, I did all the time in jail. I did, and it was trying to give me way more time than the 13 years that I got. You know what I'm saying? I got blessed to even get that. You know what I'm saying? They was trying to fry me. So it's not never over. You know what I'm saying? Like don't let your past define you. You know what I'm saying? You got to be able to be like, see that shit and be like, all right, well, it is what it is right now, but this is not the end. Especially if they ain't telling you got life or if you're in a hood right now and you got your kids there, right? You got to sit down and really just brainstorm and be like, yo, listen, okay, how the fuck do I transition from here to there? And stick to that. And anybody that's trying to come in your path and divert you this way or that way, send their ass on their way. Listen, nah, we're not doing that. And you gotta just stick to that.
Talk about your business now and all the services that you do. And then
before you do that, take me to the accolades though.
Oh yeah.
Like I want to go backwards though, right? Cause I want to learn about the business, but what does focus get you?
So I would say multiple things, right? Focus, of course, you being focused, you know what they say, you gotta lock in so you can stop clocking in, right? A lot of motherfuckers, they not locked in, so they're gonna keep clocking, they're gonna keep going to work, you're gonna keep on your phone, watching me on your phone, watching Ash, watching us on your phone, when you could be, locking in on your own business. And we're in a time right now where it's so easy to make money. I tell people this shit all the time. Like, you literally are going to work. But when you in it, it's hard to see it because it's like, damn, that's all I know. It's like, damn, I got this job, I gotta pay the bills. The bills coming in 14 days. So you scared to just be like, let's quit your job. And some people, they don't have no idea, they don't have no clue. Some people just meant to be a worker, right? But you have a lot of people that have great ideas, right? And that they're scared, to just take the risk and just quit their job, or they're scared to pay in a mentor, right? That's another big thing that was with me, right? So I paid a lot of different people for mentorship programs. I paid one person $25K for a mentorship program. Paid another person $10K, another person $7K to learn new skills, right? That's like, for me, that's like one of the biggest things. Like, if you see somebody has something clearly right in front of you, right? And they're like, well, boom, boom, boom. It's the easiest thing to do if you want that thing to just go and ask them, how did you get it? And if they don't want to tell you how they got it, and they like, yo, listen, I'm going to put a price behind it. You just pay them a price depending on if, it's feasible to you and you can afford to pay it. Most definitely pay it, because, the information is like, it's priceless, bro.
And paint a picture of, how your life is now. So I'm talking about, I'm talking about money. I'm talking about.
Okay, all right. So,
yeah. Talk your ish a little.
So life for me right now, most definitely great. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, I don't want to say too much, and got the haters.
But no, wait. Before I say that though, and I'm gonna preface this way, and we'll talk behind the scenes though, but we need to use you though, right?
I got you.
And what I mean by that is, the work that we do, the work that God has called us to do, is to help those behind the wall who just come home.
Right.
Who better than somebody who actually has done it? And so while there are haters, there's also, like, I'm gonna show you this video, right? So remember we talked to Trap, right? I video, me and you, we videoed Trap when we was at the spot, right? And so look, wait, hold on, let me.
You know that. Alhamdulillah.
Think about that, right? You behind the wall,
I'm listening to him.
and you listening to him,
Breakfast
right, at the Breakfast Club. And so I kind of look at this as, like, as a pay it forward moment, though.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Because you're watching him behind the wall, you come home and you run it up. And so now, and you know, obviously we do the show specifically targeting those behind the wall.
Yeah.
There's somebody watching you right now
For sure.
who's not a hater,
For sure.
right? Who need to know.
So
They gotta paint a picture. They gotta see what could life look like if I take the skill set that I got,
Right.
and I point it in the right direction.
So
man.
basically, my day is like, all right. So I might, for example, I'll wake up. First thing I do is I say good morning to my employees. I go in my group chat with
You got
them.
employees.
Yeah, about
Yeah.
10 right now.
Yeah.
So I go in a group chat, say good morning to everybody. Boom, boom, boom. So that way they know I'm up. You know, watching.
Time to get to get to work.
But not really watching.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
The way I like running my business, I try to automate my business so that way I don't really have to do nothing. So my day is really free. I go to the gym, I go work out. I work out every day. I do sparring, I do boxing, MMA. So I do that. I go to the gym, I do that every day. And then, you know, I be here and there, I might get a call. I just check on my employees here and there, you know what I'm saying? And just watch that bank account go, you know what I'm saying? I might make $3,000-$4,000 every day type shit.
Yeah.
That's the possibilities of the word focus, like you said.
Yeah.
So with that being said, and obviously keep going, what's the services that you offer? You know what I mean? What's the name of the company and the services you offer?
Everybody, they can find me on Instagram or platforms. Instagram, TikTok, Facebook as CreditWorks.
Okay.
Sorry,
okay.
on my hat.
Yeah.
So
Credit works. And so you help with fixing credit.
So fixing credit, right? So if like I said, if you got bad credit, your shit is
terrible.
Yeah, 400.
Yeah.
450.
Yeah,
you know, turn that shit into 7-something. 30 to 60 days. Really, I be turning people in 14 days. But to, you know, just keep people patient. I'm like, give me 30 days, man. You know what I'm saying? But really, like 14 to 30 days is usually when people see the stuff start falling off their credit once my team gets on it or whatever. And then that's like one of the main business. And then from there, so I'm really going into coaching now. That's really what I've been doing more so of now, because like I said, my the credit repair business, that just runs on its own now.
Yeah.
So right, I have employees for that. I don't really got to do nothing. I got people doing disputes. I got people answering the phones. I got people texting for me on Instagram. I don't got to do none of that stuff no more. Right. Now my mentorship program, right? So I have like a course in the school. It's on the school platform. It's on there, and then I do my mentorship course every Sunday with my students. And for my ad business, I do my mentorship calls for that on Sunday as well. So I might have like 2 calls on Sunday. That might be the most work I do out the week, like two calls on Sunday, an hour and an hour. A lot of times the mentorship, it's a one-to-many. So it's like a lot of people on one Zoom call and it's just me teaching them. So it's supposed to be for an hour, but a lot of times just to show love, I might be on there for 2-3 hours, just giving them game, teaching them how to, you know, market themselves on social media, how to get more followers, you know, how to goddamn get more views, how to do good content, right? So people are going to buy your services, stuff like that. How to, you know, just be a boss, period.
Yeah, fam. So, you know, we got a school community.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Crime Pays Academy. And
I want to be a part of that, bro.
Listen, man,
I was already thinking like, yo, I need to start going to like the jails and really just start talking to them.
I'm about to, I don't gotta ask you because you already said you're gonna be a part of it.
Yeah.
But here's the thing: like our academy is built for like y'all just talked about the individual behind the wall looking at somebody else said this is possible. You know what I'm saying?
And I think we ain't add them to our offering somehow
for sure. And we ain't no fluff. Like the energy is never lost; it's only transferred. And everybody got a BS radar. If I would have came in here and I would have been a BS dude, or you know what I mean? Like me and him would have never connected, or me and you would have never had this interview right now. And I think it's powerful to have guys like yourself in our academy that's teaching a certain skill set or multiple skill sets to the individuals, because it's not necessarily the message all the time; it's the messenger. You know what I mean? Like I could I can have somebody coming in and talk credit repair, but they might not fool with it as much as if it's coming from you, somebody that really know their background and know what they been through and where they need to go. So, man, we excited to have you, my brother.
Yeah, this is
Not
good.
for sure.
This is good.
Yeah,
Yeah, we'll talk behind the scenes.
Yeah.
I have some ideas, and I'm glad you're going into the coaching space because, again, a leader is a leader. You know what I'm saying? And so the fact that you've led, I'm not surprised that you've built your credit repair business and automated that. So now the money is there. You know what I'm saying? But then now you have this coaching business, you could duplicate yourself, but then also there's a piece of it though too, in which, there are people that again need the credit repair guidance, but they need to hear your story as well. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, we'll work.
Nah, man. What you got for the future, dog? Outside of what we just talked about, what's your future look like?
What I got for the future, man. Just keep definitely coaching, man, and helping people with their lives, like for sure. This was before even coming on here, it's something that I was already talking about that I've been talking about for a while. And I'm like, cause I just look at the whole system and everything just completely different now.
Yeah.
Like, after, when you get to a certain level in life, you start to be able to see shit from, y'all took a step outside of my life, New York, and all of that shit that was going on. And I'm just looking at it now and they still doing the same shit. A lot of the people that I was around, they still doing the same stuff. Yeah. A lot of the OGs who I consider the OGs that ain't teach me nothing. Yeah. But how to fucking run my head into a brick wall, they still doing the same shit. Yeah. So it's just like, all right, I look at stuff different, and definitely I want to be able to help people. I'm about to do a food giveaway out here. You know what I'm saying, just to give back. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's shit fire. Like that. So just helping people for sure.
Yeah. That's fire, man. Yeah. One of the things, so obviously we just meeting each other. I was able to get my I do a federal government contract, and I was able to get my program in 2 prison systems, one in Dade County and then one in San Francisco. So the work is there. They're hungry. They need it. I'm excited to partner up with you. You know what I mean?
And remember, we still got to follow up with Miami-Dade.
For sure.
So we're working on some stuff with Miami-Dade, and that's one of the things that they mentioned though is needing credible messengers. You know what I'm saying?
Credibility.
And that's why we all know the good, the bad, the ugly all works for our greater good. We know God is the best of planners because your life had to go the way it did though. You know what I'm saying? It had to. You know what I'm saying? Because if it happened any other way, if you knew ahead of time, like I see for your life, I see what you're about to do with your life at such a large scale that all of this needed to happen.
All right, you know what they say? God gonna test you, He gonna stress you, 1,000 bless you,
1,000%, 1,000%. And now we're in the blessing season. Season.
Mini.
Yeah. No, I love it. All right, so if people want to find you, I know you said your Instagram, but if somebody wanted to find you, where can they find you?
At Credit Works on Instagram. Mainly, I mainly be on IG, but I'm on all platforms though.
Yeah, and we gotta talk though too, because he got the ad company.
Yo, hold on. Here's the thing, man. My man Reef talked a lot about New York, but off camera though, my man's from Baltimore too. So we gotta show B-boy love, you hear me? Over East, over West. Gotta, you feel me? They gotta get love. Stop hating, man.
I'll let you keep that. Now I always told him, like, I don't know, yo.
You don't know nothing about it.
Of course I know something about it. See, the thing is, I don't hate because when you think about Harlem, New York, where we get money from?
Streets.
but what I'm saying, when we would say, yo, I'm going.
Oh, yeah, not for sure. Oh, yeah, DC, Baltimore.
DC, Baltimore. So how am I New York? Of course.
That's what I'm
right. So how am I going to be a New York dude and hate on? You know what I'm saying? Y'all helped us eat.
Man, what you about to do, man?
Hey, yo,
we closing the show out.
We closing the show out,
closing the show out, you want to keep talking.
Yo, we are closing out the show, man. Another powerful episode of Crime Pays, the #1 personal development show for formerly incarcerated men and women and their families. This was a powerful episode. Yeah. Sharif Robinson.
Yes, sir.
Sharif Robinson. I wanted to make sure because I was like, I always call you Reef. Sharif Robinson. Who's going, God's will, inshallah, is going to do a lot of great things, man, because this was good. Like, I'm excited. I got to know you better. You know what I'm saying? And so You know, there's so much work that needs to be done. Yo, make sure y'all share this show. Y'all subscribe, you know, to the show, because a lot of y'all watching the shows, but you're not subscribing. That's a fact. You know what I'm saying? So we doing great numbers, but y'all not subscribing.
The numbers is crazy.
Numbers is crazy. Numbers is crazy.
Numbers is nuts.
But y'all not subscribing. So I need you to subscribe
Right now.
Right now. You know what I'm saying? But I also need you to share this episode with everybody. This show is about formerly incarcerated men and women and their families. And here's what I'm telling you. Even if you're not behind the wall, but you got a family member, you know somebody behind the wall, share this episode with them. But I want y'all to work together, because even in our Crime Pays Academy, we even have a mini course that teaches how the person home could work with the person behind the wall to still, you know, get to the next level. So I need y'all to share this ASAP. I am Ash Cash, the financial motivator.
I'm Jay White, first name, last name, charismatic guru of federal government contracting.
All right, y'all. We'll see y'all next time. Same time, same place. In God's will. Peace.